Hello Flosstube, this is Kate Madam Ice and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. Full disclosure, I already filmed this. I filmed it earlier today and it was pretty long and I got everything put away, and if you film Flosstube you know how much it takes to put things away. And got it loaded on my computer so that I could start editing. And opened up the video, giant lipstick stain right in the middle of my front teeth. So we're gonna try this again. And I did just go ahead and remove the lipstick because I'm a little angsty about it. I took a break, ate some food, and took some deep breaths, and now we're back. So here we go. I've got so much to show you, and I am hoping it goes smoothly. I don't have things quite in the right order anymore, but we're going to do our very best. So, the first thing that I want to talk to you about is whips, and the first set of whips I want to talk about is Whip Go. This is my Whip Go board. I'm keeping up. I've done one of my ones for April. I think I highlighted in blue this month. I'm not intentionally highlighting them in different colors each month, but this is just what's happening. So I finished up my time on Blue Monday, and then this is my second one for the month, which is Spring Sampler. I also had that in March, so I've got lots of progress to show you on that one, since the last time I filmed was February. Also, I'm pretty sure I filmed in February before I was able to get to... Sorry, I've got a hair now. It's just a day. Hair stuck in my lips. I'm pretty sure I filmed in February before I had done my Whip Go calls for that month, so I just get to show you a bunch of things. Here we go. The first one I have out now is this Blue Monday. And I'm gonna read you, I read this and I think I would like to read it again for you. I don't think I've ever read it on a video that made it to YouTube, but this one will. For many years, low country artist Marina Cantlon has been portraying the Gullah people of South Carolina and Georgia and their cultural heritage through her dolls, cards, and paintings. All of her characters are based on actual personas, and each has its own unique personality. Blue Monday reminds us of both the traditional laundry day and the blue agent used to whiten the clothes in days gone by. For three decades, the Posy collection has been interpreting major historical sites, prominent natural wonders, and selected graphic arts in cross-stitch. This kit is a combination of their efforts. So the artist is Marina Cantlon, and the people who made the kit are called the Posy collection. And it's just from a museum in the area here. And this is where I got. When I started it, I only had a little bit stitched of the sky, first couple rows, and I had the bird stitched. And it made me feel a little bit pathetic because when I opened it up, there was not much stitched, but when I went to really look at it before I started this time, I realized that this bird was stitched in the wrong place, even with gridding. I don't know how it happened, but the amount that was stitched was so little and some of it was wrong. So I had to start by frogging and then stitch for a little bit. I just got some work done on that sky. And that is Blue Monday. I have it, I don't have it on my Whip Go board again, so that's probably all I'm going to get done on it this year. Okay, next up is Till the Cows Fly Home. This is a nostalgic kit for me. I've talked about it a couple times, but when I was young, I got this kit from Stony Creek from the local Ben Franklin store and ended up getting frustrated because I knotted all my floss up on accident and threw it away, but then I found it on eBay and I decided to restitch it and actually finish it this time. So what did I get done on it? I got a lot of white stitches done, which are, you know, hard to see on here, but I got a bunch of the white stitching done on his face and like some back here. Got the tuft on his tail. I think her tail. I think it's actually a she. Probably. I got her horns done. I finished up the wing. I only had a little bit of the wing stitched when I started. So that's my progress on Till the Cows Fly Home. That one will appear again at some point this year on my Whipco board. Next up, Mary and Minty by With Thy Needle and Thread. It was a short little mystery SAL, but it's been a few years now. And this is where I'm at. I did the red stitching. I think I finished a bunch of the red stitching in the candy canes and in the stripes. And I got the, I'm going to call them poinsettias. I don't think they're supposed to be poinsettias. Maybe they are. But this little band here, I got a lot of that stitching done. They've got some holly leaves here and berries, and there's something else in the middle. That's where I'm at there. I will say I wasn't really in the mood to be stitching on Christmas, but it's what got pulled. And that one will come out again this year. Okay, so this one is a full coverage retired Heaven and Earth Designs chart called Minnie the Witching Hour. The artist is Cheryl Baker. And I just did how many hours on this? I did 3 hours on it. So I think I just got some more done here. I'm just in the top left corner of wallpaper. I'm gonna have a little bit more to go until I get to the more exciting parts. I think the start of, I'm trying to remember what the cover picture is. I think it's the start of the owl. Is like somewhere around here. So I'll get there soon, but it's kind of nice to stitch on this one with the stripes. I don't know. It's just a different feel than the others that are like much more confetti. There's just a definite line where all these colors all are in this line and these colors are all in this line. But I am enjoying it. Let's see. What is next in my pile of wonders? Is it the Cave of Wonders? It's the Cave of Wonders in Aladdin, right? That just made me think of that. Okay, so I think this is the last Whipco thing that I have. This is Spring Sampler by the Prairie Schooler. I'll just put a picture up here. I already put my cover photos when I had them out away. We're just gonna go with it. But I have had this drawn twice, but I have only stitched on it once. I still need to do it for this month. And when I started on this one, I only had some of the leaves done and the yellow over here. And I really wanted to get started stitching on the sky part in here because it's just fun and it's very swirly. And since I converted from DMC to fancy flosses that have the movement of colors, I just wanted to start seeing how those colors would come through when it was like also swirly like that. So I think I'm going to continue working on that sky. And I wanted to get enough of the border done that I could double check some counting and stuff like that. I think I'm going to keep going on the sky though. Alright. That is my Whipco progress. Yeah, okay. So next up, I'm going to talk about my whips for Milestone Manor. Gotta flip my pages here. This is just a quick view on how Milestone Manor is going. Both WhipGo and Milestone Manor, by the way, are games that were created by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I'll put the link to her channel below in the videos that explain these things. I'm having a great time with both this year. It's really helping motivate me to stitch and helping me kind of narrow down my options so that I don't have to have decision paralysis. But this is where I'm at on my character sheet. I just leveled up into level 3 and took a hit with my first one. I'll show you. It's Dark Queen of the Earth, and no XP yet. This is the projects that I have. You can see these two highlighted ones. They're not only out of the game, but also just completed. So I'll show you the Gnome Biscornu. The Gnome Biscornu here in a second. I'll show you that is a finish since last time I saw you, and I'm, doing a little bit of damage here and there. And here's my map. So one change that I've done on the map when I hit level 3 is my French flower shop, which I'm trying to get a lot of work done this year, was on the stairs, and the hall was S-Ward, but I'm done with that one now. So the hall is just empty. And I decided that the French flower shop really just saw the empty hallway and decided that was some prime real estate, and so has moved into the hallway. That way, when I'm going in between rooms up in this upper level, I'm forced to work on it more so that I can see more progress on it. Because that hallway sees a lot of action. And during my level 2, you'll see this, but I kind of went back and forth here. Mini Oak King is living in this bathroom, and the Flower Dragon Meadow is living in the laundry room. And because the hallway was clear, I just bounced back and forth between these two rooms to get the progress that I was hoping for. And I think that was just a little too easy on myself to do that. So I also have, while we're looking at the map, I just, so the Dark Queen of the Earth is in the entry when I leveled up, and then the dining room is clear. That's where Gnome Biscornu was. So then I, walked through there and went into the kitchen, which was a new one for me, and I spun the Cryptid SAL. So I'll show you that. I haven't worked on it yet, but that's where I'm going next. I'm sitting in the kitchen. All right. Now that I've told you all about the whips, let's actually look at them. So the first one I'm going to show you that's sitting here is the Dark Queen of the Earth, like I said. Now, decision paralysis. I was having decision paralysis on what to focus on this whip, and I landed on the hair. So this is a difficult level whip in Milestone Manor. I have the milestones set as finishing a complete section, and those sections are pretty big. And I've got random bits of random sections stitched at this point, so I decided I'm just going to focus on the hair for now and try to get all of the hair done, and then that will get me a milestone. Problem is I keep rolling really low on it as well, and so I don't have the time to put in to get towards a milestone. I might just have to spend some more time in the entryway. I might have to maneuver myself back there more often just to get some good progress on this, because I really do want to get good progress on this year. I just haven't been able to so far. She's beautiful. I'm doing the ombre hair option. So going from this red, it'll go to a yellow at the ends. And her face, I did a combination of the 3 faces he provided. in case anyone is wondering why it looks maybe a little different. It's because I took all three. I couldn't make a decision, and I finagled them until it worked as one cohesive face. Alright, the next one I'll show you is the Flower Dragon Meadow SAL. And I really wanted to get a milestone done on this one. So I kept going back into the room until I was able to get this new dragon's head and neck stitched, which was the milestone I set for myself. Let's see. This one, I'm trying to work my way up to the top left corner. So the next time I pull it out, I am just going to continue up the side here to the corner, because I like to stitch from top left down, but the first release was this bottom left corner, and I thought I was going to be able to keep up with this SAL when it was coming out. There are too many stitches. So I just, now that it's all out, I would rather just work top left corner down and towards the right. So I'm going to work my way up there and then build out. They're so cute. And I think the top left corner is not the dragon for that release isn't set in the top left corner. Sorry, it's over here for you. And so I think there's like a little baby dragon that's sitting in the actual corner, and then the big dragon is like a little bit more towards the middle. So once I get to the top left corner, I get to do some cute tiny dragon stitching, which that will be fun when I get up there eventually someday. Alright. And this is Mini Oak King. It's another retired Heaven and Earth Designs chart. Artwork by Stokes. Here. That reflection is getting me today. And the reason I kept coming back for this one, in and out and in and out, is because I wanted to hit a page finish, and I did. Yay! This is my first Heaven and Earth Designs page finish, or you know, these more intricate, I'm gonna say more intricate full coverage designs, which I only really have this one and the mini witching hour that I already showed you. Those are the only two heights I have going. They're the only two intricate full coverage ones. It just felt like a big deal. This is the first page finish that I've had on one of those, and I'm loving it. I'm loving how it's turning out. I think it's because it's a mini, but the confetti is intense on this. There's several of these 10 by 10 blocks that I'm starting. I'm not even able to carry that many colors over, and I'm starting 15 to 20 colors just in a 100 stitch block, right? And so that's a little intense. I think it's only gonna get more intense. Like, this is less confetti on the border, and the more I move in is more confetti, so it's just gonna get more and more. So sometimes I just have a hard time getting my needle through. If you look at the back, like, okay, so you can tell I use these red, I forget what that stuff is called. It's a specific thread that is supposed to be for gridding, and I bought a thing of it a long time ago, and I wanted to see what this would look like without the red threads carrying through. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them on the camera. Probably not. But you can see the red threads kind of in here. So I wanted to see what it looked like without them. So I pulled a few of them through, and that's what you can see them on the back here. And I was thinking that maybe there would be some indents or something where the threads were going into the stitching, but it looks fine. But if you look at the back to the back, look at how dense it is. Like, you can't even see them, like those red threads, you can't see them at all. They're just totally covered because, I don't know, just very dense, very confetti heavy, which is to be expected, but I don't know. Sometimes it's a lot. I still am enjoying it. And I think it's turning out great so far. Let's see. Okay. We've got French Flower Shop coming up. And this one has seen some big changes since the last time that you guys saw me. This chart, I've talked in the past about how difficult this chart was for me to read. It was a previously owned chart, previously owned kit, and the person had highlighted on the original with purple highlighter, and it's an old Dimension Sunset kit, and so the chart is made out of black, red, and blue symbols, and they're not always super easy to distinguish, and the chart is just kind of hard to read anyways. And then on top of that, there's the purple highlighting situation going on. So I was always having a hard time, and I was watching Becca is stitching, and she was talking about how she converts some of her charts into digital patterns so she can use it with Pattern Keeper to make it go smoother. And I finally got so frustrated that I decided to bite the bullet and spend the time to do that, and wow, it makes a huge difference. I'm actually excited to pull this out and work on it. I got so much done in such little time comparatively now that I have it digitalized. If you are hesitating about spending the time to do it, it's totally worth it for the enjoyment alone, but I also think the time savings is worth it. So here it is. I think from the last time that I saw you, I don't think that the lion was done. I don't think this window situation was done. I don't think I had this like flower vine situation. I'm just trucking on this now. It goes so much faster. I can't believe the difference having it in Pattern Keeper and not previously highlighted with purple on top of red and blue symbols. That might have something to do with it. So I don't think that I'll get it done this year. It's my oldest whip, so I definitely want to keep focusing on it, which is why I moved it into the hallway so I get more time on it. But I don't think I'll get it done this year. Who knows? That would be amazing if I could, but there's a lot left on it. So all right, and here's my new room, the Cryptid SAL from Witchy Stitcher. I haven't started working on it yet, but this is the starting point. I rolled a 9, so that's 9 hours of work on it. So I should get a good amount done, I would hope. And I'm hoping, if you watched my whip parade, you heard me waffle about this, but the last time that I worked on this whip, I was pregnant and not feeling good at all. And now my brain associates this whip with nausea. And I'm hoping that over the course of this 9 hours, that association goes away. And I feel fine when I pull it out again. It's through no fault of Witchy Stitcher. It's a great pattern. The timing was bad. All right. Next up, y'all, I forgot the finishes because I put them away. All right. Hold please. Since I'm up, I might as well show you the shirt that my sister-in-law got me for my birthday. Girls will be girls. It's fantastic. I love this shirt. And since I'm crawling around, might as well show you. I have to like duck, dive, dip, dodge, whatever those words are, around my whole setup here. So I feel athletic. Alright, the first finish that I have is from Milestone Manor. It's that Gnome Biscornu. We kind of knew this was coming, I think. It was pretty close to being done. And they're just adorable. Look at those little snails on there. So cute. And this is the back. It's a pretty simple back as far as these Biscornus go. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Now, since I've got my bucket of finishes right in front of me, if you want to see the others that I've done from this series, it's all from the Tiny Modernist. She did one per month in 2018. I'm doing all of them. Dragons, I don't remember when the last time I showed you these were, so I'm just going to show you them. Okay, the dragons, the mermaid, the unicorn, I'm not showing you the backs, and the fairies, and now the gnomes. So I've got 5 done. And once I get all 12 done, then I'll finally FFO them. Right? All together. I'm sure that will be so fun for me, FFOing 12 Biscornus all at the same time. I won't regret that decision at all. No way. Okay. Now the other finish that I have is a surprise because I hadn't started it yet when I last saw you. I got the privilege of going to Nashville Needlework Market to help out Holly from Stitchy Prose. She also lives in South Carolina, and she is just the most lovely human. I adore Holly, and I got to go with her last year, and I got to go with her again this year, and hopefully I continue to get to go with her because it's a great time and I love helping her out. While we were there, of course, I did a ton of shopping, so there will be a huge haul section after I get done showing you this finish and another start. So if you're not here for that, that's fine. But anyways, I was shopping, and one of the rooms I made it into is the Stitch Crypt, and she had this pattern called Moon Witch, and I picked it up and I finished it. I started it after I got home, and I've already finished it. Here she is. Now, I was in a rush to get her done because my kid saw, I picked up this fabric while I was there as well. From Fabrics by Stephanie. This is 40 Count Fabrics by Stephanie Rhiannon, and she just was kind enough to bring my order to market so I could pick it up from her. And this fabric is amazing. Just for the record, if you're looking for a good, like, I think anything like Halloween-y, I don't know, a lot of things could go on it. It's got these pops of like a little bit of orange, but this blue purple is so vibrant. It's beautiful. And then all on this gray. So it's like just a beautiful modeling. But my daughter really liked that fabric, and she really liked this pattern, and she asked if I would stitch it for her. Her birthday's coming up, so I decided to do it, and I just got a shipping notification that the frame that I ordered for it will be here in time, I believe. So I should be able to get it wrapped and to her for her birthday. I finished it the day before my birthday. So anyways, this is beautiful. I did the DMC conversion. It's originally charted in Cosmos, but I don't have Cosmo floss, and I stuck with the conversion, but I think some of them just weren't showing up how I wanted them to, so I switched a few of the flosses around from the given DMC conversion. The most notable thing that I did was that this mouse is supposed to be gray, but it just wasn't showing up with the colors of gray that the DMC conversion gave, so I switched it to white. Now you can see it, and it's just so pretty. I love this. So that's one finish, and then, well, two finishes, and now I have a start to share with you, and then I'll move on to the massive pile of haul. Too massive. All right, so this is another SAL that I really am going to try to keep up with, and luckily right now I just have a lot of time to stitch, and so I've keeping up with this first release so far. This is Life at the Cottage by Needle Lot Designs. And I just love, she's new to me, and I love her use of color. So here it is. I'm almost done with the first release section, so I just have to finish this apple tree, and there's another little bush on this side, and filling in the clouds, and then I'm done with the first section. And the next one comes out April 22nd. Oh, by the way, today's April 3rd. I don't know if I said that or not. I've already filmed this. I don't know what I said and didn't say in this iteration. But this fabric is 37 count squash blossom, and it's turning out super cute. Look at that little bumblebee. I'm a little concerned about some of the colors that the floss colors. First of all, I'm going 1/2, so only using one strand, because I just like stitching with one strand better, and that makes it a little bit sparse and not quite as vibrant. I think it'll be fine based on the colors that she uses, but there are a number of light tan and light yellows that probably won't show up very well on this fabric if it's the outside border. I'm just hoping that there's not too many things that have those as the exterior border. Like, for instance, the sun, that interior yellow doesn't show up very well on its own, but when I put the darker yellow on the outside, it shows up fine, obviously. Even in the clouds, the white doesn't show up very well. Even in person, it doesn't show up very well, but, you know, it's outlined, and once I fill in the rest of it with, there's a light blue I have on this needle that'll be filling in there as well, and then it'll show up fine, obviously, once the other colors are stitched around it. So I'm just going to play it by ear as we go. But I am excited for this. I think it's going to be super cute based on her other stuff. Just excited for it. Okay, so now is the time where if you don't want to see a bunch of stuff that I bought, way too much stuff that I bought, then thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you, and you can feel free to leave, because all that I'm doing from here on out is showing you the copious haul from Market. Now, I'll say, I wasn't able to make it to every room that I wanted to go into. Time just doesn't allow. Also, my wallet started really yelling at me. Not everything I bought was stuff that I knew going into a room that I would buy, but sometimes you go in there and you see the models, or you see things you just haven't noticed before, and it just gets you. So I have a lot of haul. Hope you're ready for it. The first thing that I want to talk about as far as haul is the XStitch The Rainbow Beneath the Waves collaboration. that happened this year, and everyone knocked it out of the park. The flosses are beautiful. The designs were all great. And if you don't know what it is, the Beneath the Waves collaboration, they choose the XStitch The Rainbow is the overall title. This year, the theme was Beneath the Waves. And they choose a floss designer who selects a palette of, I think it's always 4 colors. And then all these designers make a pattern that is a maximum of 60 stitches by 60 stitches using just those 4 flosses in the theme. And the colors this year, I'm going to show you them, are stunning. They're just beautiful. This bright orange and this bright teal in particular, just gorgeous, and it works perfectly for the theme of Beneath the Waves. This is Cottage Garden Threads, by the way, which Holly shared her room with Cottage Garden Threads this year, and so I got to spend the weekend getting to know Katie and her helper Renee, and they were such wonderful people. I had a great time getting to know them and chatting with them. I also saw a million other people that I had a really good time chatting with, but I am not going to be able to remember everyone, so I'm not even going to try. But it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy seeing you. If I saw you in Nashville, I was so happy to talk to you. I just, I can't try to ramble everyone because then I'll forget people and feel really bad. So anyways, but these colors are great. And I've never used Cottage Garden Threads before, but now I'm super excited to try them. I got to hear Katie give her spiel all weekend, and it just made me want to stitch with them. If you guys don't know, I mean, I feel like I shouldn't do this live, but this floss card is a self-contained floss drop. You can unattach one part of these and it like falls down, and they're pre-cut to the right length, and it acts just like it's on a floss drop, so like you don't have to transfer it anywhere. And the way that they do their dyeing process is that the 2 ends are the same color. So you know how when you're using variegated flosses and you hit the end of one and you want your stitching to be a continuous color wave, you don't want there to be an abrupt change in color, they dye them so that when you hit the end of the floss and you pick a new one out, it's the right color. It just continues the blend. It goes from one end, in the middle of the floss it'll be a different color, and then when it circles back around to the other end, it's the same on both ends. Hope that made sense. But anyways, I think that's brilliant, and I'm excited to try them. Very excited to try them. I, with the Beneath the Waves, had this really big bout of inspiration where I thought I'm going to stitch so many of them. And so I designed a border so that you can put multiple of them together with a border around them, since they're all about 60 by 60 stitches. And I posted that in the XStitch The Rainbow Facebook group. I'll also put a link for that below. So if you're interested in the border, I'll put the picture of it up here. I was pretty proud of the border. I just put it in that group. So if you want to stitch multiple of the Beneath the Waves patterns from Market and you want to put them together with a border around them, feel free. It's posted there. Okay, that's enough rambling. I'm going to try to find, these aren't really organized anymore. I'll try to find a few of the Beneath the Waves though, just to show you some examples, and there might be more as we keep going, but okay, here's a few of them off the top. So seriously, the designers knocked it out of the park. All of them are just so good this time around, this year. This is Ink Circles, Gone Fishing. There's an orange cat and a scuba gear. Why not? Boomerang Stitches Glow Below. I love the the stripes, just visually, this is so interesting and I love it. Counting Puddles, Bubble Seahorse, a bright orange seahorse, gorgeous. And then this is Pansy Patch Houseboat Hangout. Look at that little boat, and there's a seal and a whale. And let's see if I can get it to focus here. I don't know if it will. Just so cute. So there's 4 of them. I think I've got more in here. Again, I purchased too many things. Maybe just the right amount of things, but okay, so I will just start going through here. Now, not all of these are, I bought things while I was at market. I placed orders with online shops while, like, for things that I still wanted that I couldn't get to the rooms or whatever. While I was placing orders there, I also just bought some other random stuff. So I don't know. We're just gonna go through this pile of haul. I'll try to be quick. Haha. Sprouting Lupine Adoration. This was not a market release in any way. I just saw it while I was shopping and loved it. I'm gonna try to keep these together. Oh, I had a definite theme on my brain. My taste right now is very particular, I guess. Bright colors, geometry, birds. You're gonna see it over and over. So here's the first example. Fruit Dove Frenzy by Boomerang Stitches. Birds, geometric patterns, bright colors. So beautiful. Here's another one. Fanciful Flight by Robin Pickens. Bird, geometric, colorful. This is not a market release, but it's one of Holly Stitchy Prose's designs that is just adorable. The Christmas Sweater Trio. I think this came out last fall. And while we were staring at this model over the weekend of market, Katie said that the sweaters would look really good if you stitch them in wools, because that they're a little bit fuzzy, and that's just brilliant. So someday, if I eventually get around to stitching that, I'm gonna look for some wools to put on it. Okay, this is another Beneath the Waves, but it's a freebie, so I can't show you the thing, but it's another one that my kid especially really likes. So I think if I eventually someday am able to start stitching a bunch of these, I'll do this one. It's called the Citrus Sea Turtle by the Stitch Crypt, and I'll put a picture so that you can at least see it. All right, this one, Bird in the Berry Patch by Luminous Fiber Arts, for my non-existent but dreamed of red wall. All right, this next one is Jeanette Douglas. It's a huge, huge thing. It's called My Stitching Album. It's not new, but it's amazing. So yeah, I flipped right to a page that has it. So Jeanette Douglas, number one, I got to spend some time chatting with her. She and her family, absolutely lovely people. I had a great time getting to know them a little bit and spending some time with them while I was there. If you've ever seen one of her patterns, she does specialty stitches in almost all of them, if not all of them, and they're gorgeous. Lots of specialty stitches though. And she spent a lot of years doing classes where she teaches using band samplers a bunch of different specialty stitches. So what she's done is she's taken all of these class samplers that she's done over the years, and she made an actual book with the samplers. So the pages are samplers, and this giant booklet has all of those class samplers and extremely detailed, clear instructions on all these super intense specialty stitches, which that in and of itself, just having that as a resource or something to look at is just wonderful. So I don't know if I will stitch any of these samplers. I probably won't ever make it into a book the way that it's intended to in here, but just having all those instructions in there, her wealth of knowledge on stitching, like put into such a clear, you know, collected chunk, it's wonderful. Anyway, that's enough on that, but really good. Okay, next up, Witch House Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. I mean, what's not to love about this? Some of the things that I do love about it. These dragons. This house is really cool. She's got a skull in her key, and these stags are guarding the gate. Just great. Just great. Oh, we found another one. This is Holly's Tentacles Below Stitchy Prose for the Beneath the Waves collab. That bright orange octopus, he's just great. She had a seahorse as well. Okay, this one I want everyone pay attention. Everyone should buy this. Everyone should stitch this. It's a market release for her this year, and I love it so much. I want everyone to stitch it. Strawberry Magic. Look at those critters, and they're just munching on the strawberries. So cute. All right, this one, Raven's Harvest Moon by Counting Puddles. Love it. My stepmom loves that one. This was not a new release, but I wanted it. Beneath Moonlit Wings by Stitchy Prose. It's gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous on that dark blue fabric. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Bright colors, geometry kind of, and birds. The 1910 Bird and Pear. It's by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I don't know. I love this. I just love it. I don't know. Teresa Kogut, Spring Rain. Look at that bunny. And he's covering up those sweet little chicks. Okay, here we go. Bird, bright colors, geometry. Dot the Bird by Kathy Burke. Look at all those baubles everywhere. They're so cute. And the little town that is just overshadowed by the giant bird entry. All right, this one I saw when I walked in the room. I just had to get it. I'm not really like a country stitcher, like farmhouse stitcher. That's not my norm, but it's a giant rooster, Rudy Rooster by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. He's twice the size of the house. Look at that. Also, what's that rooster doing with eggs? I don't know. Fox and Flower Co. by Blueberry Ridge. There's this little fox with his little flower stand. That's adorable. Also, animals doing things. Animals in clothes is apparently a thing that is my jam right now. Strawberry Farmer from Fine Frog Stitching. It's a giant strawberry and a bear in overalls. I love him. Fine Frog Stitching is new to me. And I got a number of things from her while I was there, just because I hadn't seen her stuff really before I started looking at stuff for market this year, and I'm sad about that because I think it's all very cute. Twigs and Tea. Makes me think of the 70s with that color palette, but I love it. Look at all those animals in clothes. Fireside Fox. I want to know what the spell is, and I want to get in on that. A Possum Forager. Let me go foraging for mushrooms with you. Yes, please. And here we go. Here's another Beneath the Waves. Fine Frogs. Crescent Crab. I love that the use of color here, it looks like it's glowing. It looks like it's glowing. It's beautiful. Okay, so next up, I went into Shaded Stitchery's room, and I got the sampler for Grace. I think you probably have heard about this one. I won't go on about it, but I mean, I'm not feeling super patriotic right now or this year, but this one, I really enjoyed the premise. I don't know when I will stitch it or if I will stitch it, but I wanted to have it. Felt important to me to have it. While I was in there, this model got me. I don't think it's new. The Black Butterfly sampler. It's so pretty in person. So pretty. And monochrome. Well, I don't know. Is it mono? There's two things on here. I haven't really looked. I assume it's just one color. Alright, this one, Little Robin Designs, American Beauty. Again, I'm not feeling super patriotic right now, but I love this vase and the rose. So I'd probably just stitch this part. And I love it. Alright, Little Robin Designs, Full Blown Floral, bright colors, flowers. I'm just in a mood. I don't know, guys. Just got me. Little Robin Designs. This is when I was in the room. Wilding Hill Manor. Okay. There's a cat that's like the size of the house. There's this this little swamp creature thing. There's a little dog just running, chasing all these rats over here into the cemetery. I love a stitched Weeping Willow. I just love them every time. Had to have it. I walked in there. I couldn't walk out without it. This one's the same. I walked in there. I couldn't leave without it. Mary Overton, 1850 by Little Robin Designs. In person, this weird cat with the pink pops in it, it's just stunning and weird. It's the kind of weird I love. And whenever I stitch this, because I'm going to try to hold myself to that, I'm going to have to use the exact colors called for, because like just the way that they popped against each other, so cool. Okay, this one I had to go into the room because I wanted to check out these petite red samplers. I wanted to see exactly how petite they are, because you know how I feel about the red samplers and how I have this dream of having the wall, but I kind of got sick of stitching the one that I tried to stitch, and so I wanted to see if they really were like small, and they were pretty small. So I decided that I would get this little book, and maybe once every couple years I could stitch one of these, and they're small enough, hopefully I don't get too tired of them, and then maybe I will still someday have the wall. We'll see. While I was in there, I got this Friendship sampler. It's cute, another small one, and it's got lots of bright colors. I thought it would be good in my kids' room. Okay, Quaint Rose Needle Arts. Again, this is why I went into the room. It's because I love this bluebird in. Look at how huge it is. It's bright colors. I'm going to call Quakers geometric-y. And it's got a bird. So, I guess animals that are a lot bigger than the houses are also something that I enjoy. Just too many of them this year. The Artsy Housewife. This is Hyperbole. And I love the colorway here. It is still kind of bright. I would say that there's geometry and big flowers, way bigger than the house. And there are a couple little birds. It's gonna be in the theme again. I just can't help it. And then this was the Moon Witch pattern, but as you saw, I've already stitched it and finished it. So, all right, guys. Well, that's a marathon that I've gone through twice today, and hopefully when I start editing this one, I don't find some other glaring problem that makes me rage delete it. So I will see you again soon. I probably won't have haul like this again for a while because I need to recover, but I hopefully will have a bunch of stitching to share with you again next time because I'm on a roll here. We're on a stitching kick and I want to keep it going. So, all right. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Really appreciate you listening to me ramble, and see you later. Bye.